Legends, round 18. Welcome to Calvin's Captains. It is round 18. We do need to address my number one pick last week, Lachie Neale, 67. I know what you're saying. However, relax, calm your farm. His record against the Bombers was elite. And everyone was like, well, surely you saw the tag coming. No, nobody saw the tag coming. The thing is, he played in 3 or 4 games before this time, and they never tagged him in that. So I do apologise. I do feel your pain, Lachie Neale, captain owners. However, the rest of the boys were okay. Look at that. Laird 132, Mills 148. They were in my top 3, and in there as well, just but below them was Andy Brayshaw with a 144. So, hey, old mate Cow's doing okay here. Back up a bit. Back up. It's all under control. You're back. You've got faith in the Pirate, and I shall deliver you with my number one pick this week. Oh my God. This is the safest pick in town. And I know what you're saying, Cow, you said that last week with your number one. You said that the week before with your number one. It's like it's not a number one curse. This guy is going to be legit, and we are talking about Rory Laird. Now, get this. Over the last 5 weeks, Collingwood have been the easiest team for midfielders to score against, right? Listen to the numbers that other people have had against the Pies. LDU, that was last week, a 145. In the same game, Jed Anderson, 142. Week before that, we have Touk Miller, 132. Noah Anderson, the goal winner, goal kicker winner, whatever you want to call it, 116. Before that, Cornelio 129, Cumming 118, Himmelberg 117, Josh Kelly 116. You get where I'm going with this. Number one man on form. His last 4 scores this year, 132, 136, 129 and 124. They are his highest scores this year, and they've all come in the last 4 weeks. He is legit form. The last 2 times he's played Collingwood, he played them last year for a 131. He missed the round 2 game because of the hand injury. And in COVID season, he scored an adjusted 174. He's got form. He's got the opponent. He's at home. He ticks all of the boxes here. Have I just cursed him? Hey, probably. But this is the guy that you should be bringing into your team this week. He is the number one pick. And I'm going to say it's a number one pick by a bloody mile. Number 2 is Brayshaw, just off the back of his form, 144, 121. Hey, will the Swans use a tag on him? They went to Bailey Dale with Ryan Clark last week. I can't see it happening. It's not going to be a midfielder tag. If they're really going to target someone like that, no, Ryan Clark is not the guy to do it. I'd be very surprised. The only little concern in this game, I guess, is that the Bulldogs played the Swans last week. And I know it was a bit of an ugly game, but it's the Bulldogs. And we have guys like McRae, Dunkley and Bond who did not turn up. Treloar did. He gets in here at number 2 based on form, based on the fact that he's home, and based on the fact he had 118 last year against the Swans. Zach Merritt is a little tricky one here, and I'll talk to you about my plan here. But he comes in at number 3. Number 2 on form, 127, 128, 118 in his last 3. The last 2 scores, those 120s, are his season high, his best scores. He only had 85 against the Suns last year. And the little thing here is the Suns have been quite restrictive, okay? Not many big scores coming in the last few weeks. I can see a 139 there from Carl Amon a few weeks ago. The fact that it's under the roof and the fact that Zach Merritt is back being Zach Merritt ticks enough boxes for me. And as I said, he's the number 2 man ranked on form in the last 3 weeks. Ben Keys, number 4. You've got to like Keysy because he is ripping it. 117 in his last 3. He played in that game in round 2 against the Pies that Laird missed. He had 131. Recent form, 118, 123, 110. It is elite. He's back doing what he did at the start of the year, and he's back doing what he did this time last year. Number 5. Where's that? And the man of steel. Look, since coming back from that shoulder issue, he has not put a foot wrong. 121, 114, 124. Great vice captain option early here on that Friday night game. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on the other 5 there. Just going to focus on the main 5. Here's some guys, though, that you might want to have a think about and go, Cal, where is he? McRae, he's not there based on form. His form is ugly. He did have 153 on the Saints last year, but you're not touching it. Dunkley, one score over 120 in his last 9, 68 last week. You're not touching it. English should be okay. I don't mind Tim English here as well. However, the Ryder-Marshall combination, he's never turned up against St Kilda. Where are we going to go now? Let's have a look at McCluggage. McCluggage just based on form. He needs to be in the conversation, going at 118 in his last 3, ripping it up. He's gone over 114 in 4 of his last 5. Why isn't he on the list? Well, he probably should be, but for me, it's a pass. Mitch Duncan, anyone that can score 45 points in time on should be considered. 128, 118 in his last 2, 113 last year against the Blues. I don't like touching games like this. Geelong, Carlton, I think it could be a little bit tricky. Guthrie's form's been elite. He had 101 in this game last year. I don't mind him at all. Now, this is the other one I want to talk about. It's Touk Miller. Now, against Essendon, this is a guy that I look to basically, could this guy be an option for me as a captain? And the answer is going to be no. Why? Well, Essendon tagged Neil last week with old mate Caldwell, and I can't see them doing it here. However, there's a chance. If you can be tagged, like Lachie Neale here to 67, there's a chance that they will do the same thing again because it worked. I don't think it happens. The other thing we need to remember here is Essendon, amazingly, are the number 1 hardest team to score against in the last 5 weeks. When you scan over what they have given up, they have given up only 10 tons. That's in 5 weeks. The highest score to a midfielder in the last 5 weeks is Jade Gresham with a 116. Take it as you will. I get that. However, there's just a little flag there. And the thing that we're starting to learn about games, especially when it comes to captains, Touk plays the last game of the round and there is a flag. So anytime there's a flag now, we just have to play with a straight bat. Couple other goals I like as well. Go check the table. There's plenty of information there. And the other thing in this here is, as far as Lachie Neale goes, he bounces back this week. Okay, he bounces back. He's number 10 on my list. But the thing is with him, GWS have targeted him in the past with tags. They used Perryman when they earlier this year. Didn't matter. He still scored 143. Even in that game, they used Matt De Boer, right, me mate. He went on Daniel Rich and held him to a 37. The thing is, GWS have a history of tagging. However, they don't have that coach anymore. However, there is a small flag on Lachie Neale based on that. That game is in Canberra. Anyway, I've talked enough. You've listened beautifully today, so well done to you. Thanks for your support over what has been a very tricky couple of weeks for old Cal. And fingers crossed. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Hey, this is what I'm doing. So you don't get your knickers in and not those people there. I will be going vice captain on Laird into the next guy I've got on the list. And that's what I do. This is how I play. So I will go into the next guy on my list if Laird fails. And that is actually Zach Merritt. Does that sit well with me? No, not entirely well. However, they're the players I rank and I go at it methodically. Rank these players every single week and I stick to what I say. And if I change my mind, I'll let you know and I'll tweet it out. Good luck, legends.